Well, good morning, everyone. I didn't bring my greeting group like the senator did, but happy to be here with you all today. She's right. I mean, this has become a very controversial issue, a topic, and from what I see and from what I work with all of you, what we want to do is just live to what we are saying that we believe in, which is an all-of-the-above approach on whichever side of the aisle. But in my side, and at this time, we need to really live on that. We've been saying that for years now, and we have an opportunity to live it now. And in my short time in Congress, I've tried to focus on that and make sure that we deliver on what we've promised on that. From Arizona, obviously, solar wind is very important as well, and but we have to be supporting every form out there. So thank you so much for having me. I'm in my second term from Arizona, so just looking at my profile picture when I first came in, things have changed. The hair is lighter and the beard grew, and things have changed. But I've also understood this job a lot better now. First term was a complicated one, as you all know. The second one, we're advancing things. I'm very proud of the work that we've done, but in some areas, I think we could be doing better, and there's more to do. And in some areas, I wish we hadn't done some things that it ended up happening that way. But there's still aspects of it that we can rescue and come back to and do more of. So just a little background on myself, because I'm still new here in Washington, I'm from the Tucson area, the southern part of the state. I was actually born in Mexico. I came to the U.S. when I was 11 years old, and I became a U.S. citizen in 2006. 16 years later, I was elected to the United States Congress. So I believe in the American dream. I believe in the opportunities this nation offers. I believe in what we have to do. Are we perfect? Absolutely not. But as my dad always reminds me, he says, where else in the world will we have our story? Nowhere else. So a part of creating that American dream is building. That's what Americans do. That's what we do. We build, we expand, we innovate. We go out there and push the limits. We discover, we advance, we invest in research, and we have to make sure that we don't forget why we are where we are in this global position. And it is because we haven't been afraid. We take risk. And this is what you all do here today. And this is why the policy around this area is very important as well. So I weave in the message of the American dream in everything that I do, because some thought that it was maybe a campaign slogan early on, but it's the way that I live here. That's the lens from which I see policy in my office and how I act as a member of Congress and how I govern. Why? Because if you ask me what's your mission in Congress, it is to defend and protect the American dream and the access to it. And I strongly believe that this does that. It does exactly that. So it's great to be here with so many leaders that are working on this already. Now, I'll tell you my involvement in several caucuses that I think you'll be interested in. The Conservative Climate Caucus, I'm the co-chair, one of the co-chairs of that, vice chair of that caucus. I couldn't be more excited to be in that role and be able to advocate from my perspective, not only from an Arizonan, but also from a conservative, from a very, very politically interesting district. My district is 1/3 Republican, 1/3 Democrat, and 1/3 Independent. So that tells you where I come from on this stuff. You have to make sense of things. Talking on the talking points and just going off the top line of what you get told, that just doesn't work in my district. I call it a district that good ideas win. This is the district where good ideas win. And this is what we're working on here, one of those good ideas. This caucus specifically gives me the platform to learn more about climate, to learn more about what we can do, to promote common sense solutions to legislation that can help like-minded Republicans get to where we need to get to on this. Now, the mission obviously is to advance clean energy production and critical minerals in America. That's what you're all here to do, and that's what we want to be supportive, especially with China advancing rapidly in the clean energy technologies. That we have to act, we have to step up, and specifically congressional Republicans now more than ever need to lead on these climate issues that we're dealing with. It's critical that we work with our private partners as well, our public partners. This is a solution that we must come up with in a joint fashion. This means passing permitting reform, which we've been talking about, and enacting legislation that increases our critical mineral production. Now, mining and environmental stewardship, that's extremely important. Mining in Arizona, we are the copper state, so this is a big, big deal. I can't stress enough how big of a deal it is. I have several mines in my district. My district revolves around the Tucson area, which is where the majority of the population lives, but I have a broad rural community, and part of that is also the mining community. So, it's important to be able to bolster our clean energy capacity and onshoring our critical mineral supply chain as well. So I'm consistently impressed by how environmentally conscious and friendly our mines are. So I want to give a big shout out to you all that are in that industry. This is, at least in my state, an industry that gets a lot of pressure, a lot of heat. However, when you go and visit it and you see the water recycling efforts that you have and the technologies that are used and how you go above and beyond what's even required, it gives you a great peace of mind. I'm a strong believer that you are able to promote economic development, give the mineral production that we need in this nation while also protecting our environment. If you ask me, I consider myself an environmental protector as well. We have to. And every state has beautiful landscapes, but I got to tell you, Arizona has some of the best. We're the Grand Canyon state. We have so much natural beauty that I want to make sure we protect it. I would be the first to stand up against something that would endanger that. But the mining industry and many of you out there doing this are great examples of what can be done in a way that protects both the growth and the economic development and also the environmental side. So let me tell you about one piece of legislation that I've been working on, and then I'll conclude. It's my bill, the Critical Mineral Consistency Act. Maybe you've seen it. It would help secure our critical mineral supply chain, which is key for the clean energy sector, by aligning the Department of Energy critical minerals and critical materials and the USGS critical mineral lists, conferring the same benefits to both lists and eliminating confusion between two lists. This is something that we keep hearing about. I introduced this bill last Congress, and again this Congress. Senator Kelly and Lee are leading the Senate companion on this bill, and it was approved unanimously by the Senate E&R committee. So it's moving along. One of the primary reasons this needs to be passed into law is that minerals on the DOE critical material list, they're on there, but not on the USGS critical minerals list, and are not eligible for expedited Fast 41 permitting process. So that leaves them at a disadvantage, or certain federal clean energy incentives as well. So this is key for states like mine and many states out there that produce much critical materials in our country. So as I conclude on the permitting side, that's one of the key aspects of this bill and the key aspects that we have to be fighting for in Congress, that permitting reform that allows clean energy to be produced in a way that that does not interfere with the true demand of it, and also how it benefits our entire country and the production of several industries that are trying to electrify. So with that, I want to thank you for your time. Thank you for the work that you do. I look forward to continue to work with you. Please come see us, and hopefully my hand will be better by then. It's funny, it's an elbow injury, but they immobilized the wrist because of the tendons going up. So people often ask me, what's wrong with your wrist, and grab my elbow as they ask me that. So I was wearing a sling unnecessarily, and so my colleagues started giving me a hard time that I just wanted attention. But what I wanted is no attention, just a sign that says, do not touch the entire arm. Just stay away from it. But thank you all so much. Have a good day.